Okay, that is all the rules of the Little Cup. Let's go ahead and actually pick my team. Even though I have a gold pack inserted into the other controller, I'm going to say this right now. I am using all rental Pokemon. And as you can see, I barely even have any level 5 Pokemon as it is for this particular game. But anyway, here's the rental team. The reason I'm doing the rental team is because, well, first off, it's very difficult to raise your own Pokemon unless you had enough intelligence to do it back when you first got these games. Like in my case, I was like 9 going on 10 when I got gold and silver, so I never really cared for those kind of details. I just kind of played through the game, and I have like absurd stuff. However, I am going to use my gold pack. Let me show this quick. To use items. The ones in they're like a magenta, like pinkish purple color. It looks purple, but whatever. Maybe pink. But anyway, these are the ones available by default. You don't have to have these items. These are free to use for any of the rental Pokemon. The ones in white did come from my gold game pack, and I don't have a ton of items, but I figured a little boost is better than no boost at all. But yeah, I'm going to use some items along with the rental Pokemon, which you can completely do. They are assorted alphabetically. You can also register the Pokemon to save time as well. I do have a team already pre-planned. Okay guys, I am back. I'm sorry, this took a while to figure out, but the only thing I really changed on my team was a couple item placements, and I switched Chinchou and got Voltorb instead. After evaluating it, the best electric Pokemon I could pick out of that was Voltorb. Elekid was a close second, but I decided Voltorb would be better. But anyway, this is the team I'm going to use for the Little Cup. Let's go ahead and get started. This applies to all Pokemon Stadium Cups. There's always 8 battles. And let's go ahead and do Battle 1. Hey, what's with that look of scorn? That look of scorn is us getting ready to take you down. And he has a pretty varied team, actually. Oh, I like some of his names, though, like Kearney and stuff. Anyway, let's go ahead and pick our team. Looks like a lot of them have a weakness to electric, except for Kearney, so I guess Voltorb would be a good start to go with. And then we should throw in Abra, since he does have a Mankey as well, and because there's a Sunkern. Well, let me check something quick. I do this all the time, I apologize. I'm thinking we should throw in Mankey, because there's a couple that have a weakness to fighting. Anyway, here is the Little Cup, Battle 1. One thing I'm going to say right now is, the only thing that sucks, well, there's actually a couple things that suck, but the number one thing that sucks about the rental Pokemon is the moveset that they have. You're kind of limited on using good Pokemon, and by the way, he started with Squirtle, so that gives us a good chance to use Thunder. Hopefully it hits, because it only has 70% accuracy. Alright! Did that knock it out? Yes! Great way to start. I love it. So Voltorb is definitely a good choice. Watch him use a Sunkern now. If he does, I'm ready for it, though. Oh no, he's got Mankey. Or Mankini. But anyway, the rental Pokemon have the strangest, weird movesets. Like even Voltorb's. It has Thunder, Rollout, Mirror Coat, and I missed what the other one that it had. Oh shoot, it missed. Please miss. Ugh. I really need to get a knack on this. I gave Voltorb a King's Rock, so hopefully if the move hits it'll stun it, or knock it out for that matter. Missed again! Really? And it knows Fire Punch, that isn't fair. Well, so much for starting out with you. I could have switched to Abra, but Abra has a low defense. I mean, even though fighting's not effective against Abra, nah, I probably could have survived with Abra. I should have been thinking about that better. Oops, on my part. But yeah, look at Abra's moveset. It has Psychic, Thief, Endure, and Flash. If I was the one giving moves, Psychic totally makes sense, but what's up with all the other ones? Even Thief, that's weird to me. I don't know why you would give a Psychic a Dark move. I just don't get it. And we have one left. Oh, he should have used that against my Voltorb because of type matchup. But I'm not the one in control of his team. It's a shame though, because we don't get a continue. Let's use Psychic. Abra is a powerhouse in this mode, and you can even see right there. Sunkern actually is one of the weakest Pokemon out there, so Psychic easily took it out. And Abra has very high special attack, and we won thanks to Abra. So Voltorb did a good job, although it didn't help that Thunder kept missing. I blame that for why it fainted. Oh, what are you gonna do though? And it's funny because I actually picked Mankey as well. Yeah, you do that, little kid. And we got our first stadium badge. They took the 8 gym badges from Gold, Silver, Crystal to use as the medals for the battles on here. So we got our Zephyr badge. And we're moving on to Battle 2. A battle? Certainly. Anyway, I was talking about the rental Pokemon. Yeah, the moveset for a lot of them sucks. So you're kind of limited with which ones are actually really good. The team I have here is honestly one of the best sets. Again, though, I'm still trying to figure out on my own why I picked a Chinchou over Voltorb. And it looks like she has a lot of normal Pokemon. She does have a Pidgey, though. Phanpy doesn't have any rock moves. We could use Voltorb again, though. So, Mankey, Abra, Voltorb. That'll be our 3. Yep, I will accept that. Same Pokemon, just a different order. Nintendo Power had a similar team suggestion to this one. I don't remember what some of them were off the top of my head. I can remember Spearow was one of them. And I did look at Spearow. It had okay stats. It probably would have been decent to use. And it also had Drill Peck. So I think I understand why they might have went with that. But I'm happy with this team. A lot of this I found just from experimenting on the game myself. So I kind of know what the better Pokemon are. Because I played this game like non-stop all the time as a kid. And this is an addicting game. And we took out Rattata just like that. Even though we took a little damage ourselves, nothing big. And she uses a Teddy Ursa. It is cute. This is actually my younger sister's favorite Pokemon. She loves teddy bears in general, but Teddy Ursa is definitely one of her favorite Pokemon. Critical hit, that's what I like to see. Not that it would have mattered, because it's a normal type. And we did knock out Teddy Ursa. That was too fair. Unless she was referring to the critical hit, I don't know. And her last Pokemon is Snubbull, or Snubbask as she calls it. We might get a continue here. Cross Chop. Critical hit again. I love to see that. Incredible. Mankey, you are an incredible. Not implying the Disney Pixar movie, but anyway, I love that movie. But yeah, Mankey did a very good job there. And we gotta continue, because we didn't lose any Pokemon. Extra continue. Those will definitely come in handy. Basically, what a continue does, if you couldn't tell, is if you lose a battle, you can try again. Yes, you did blow it. Very badly. We got our Hive badge, too. It's gonna be the same badges for all the cups. Still neat that they kind of did it that way, though. That format is kind of nice. Okay, this trainer is the only one of the first 4 that can probably give you the most trouble if you're not careful. And it's only because he has a very random team. You can see he has a Chikorita, a Totodile, and a Cyndaquil. When I was a kid, I would always try to have a similar team as him just because it was so varied, but I did find out the rentals for those 3 starters aren't the best choices, especially Cyndaquil. It's a shame what they did to Cyndaquil. Its best move is Flame Wheel, and they could have done way better than that. But we gotta be careful here with what we pick, because, well, he has 2 grass and 2 water, and a ground and a fire. My gut tells me to use Abra as the first Pokemon. Let me check what they have here quick. We have Squirtle, Phanpy. Phanpy, I think, is the one I'm gonna go with. Just in case. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm not gonna use Phanpy, actually. I will use Squirtle, I think. And Ponyta. Squirtle, Ponyta. If I use Squirtle, though, well, Abra and Ponyta, and it's a toss-up between Squirtle and Voltorb. Okay, Ponyta can take out the grass types. And even the Diglett if I'm... Yeah, I better go with the Squirtle. Just to be safe. And I'll even switch Pokemon if the going gets tough. I am leading with Abra, though, just because he has a very random team. And Abra can take out a good many of them without any problem. He led with Diglett. Right off the bat, I am switching. I'm going to use Squirtle. I think that Diglett might be faster than Abra. I don't know off the top of my head. Squirtle has a fairly high defense, though, so if it uses... Oh, it used Swagger. Well, that kind of sucked. Well, Abra did have a Miracle Berry. I honestly didn't think... Yeah, it uses Magnitude, though. I honestly didn't think it was going to use, like, a side move like Swagger, though. Oh, thank goodness. Alright. That's the way to do it. It did take away half of our HP, though. Suckiness. I'll kill if you have a grass type. And you have a Chikorita. No surprise. Squirtle is useless at this point. Let's switch to Ponyta. Because Squirtle is not going to do anything to that Chikorita. Hydro Pump will be lucky to take away 1/4 of its health. Ponyta's pretty fast, so I'm glad I do have it. Yep, it used Razor Leaf. And it did minimal damage to Ponyta. Fire Blast away! If it hits. Good, it did. And I like how Fire Blast always looks like a star. Ever since I first seen it on the Pokemon anime when I was a kid, that star that it makes always fascinated me. I just think that's really cool how they have Fire Blast animation. And he has Totodile. Abra. It does use up a turn when you switch Pokemon, unfortunately, so you do have to forfeit that little benefit. Hopefully Totodile's not going to use the physical move. Although I don't think it'll be too big of a deal, because, yeah, it'd use Surf. That'll probably do some damage, but not as devastating as what it could be. Oh, it did 10. One more Surf could knock me out, so hopefully Psychic will knock it out. Let out your anger. Ugh, it hung in. Oh, but we got the Miracle Berry. Yeah! Why would it use Swagger over Surf? That makes no sense. And just like that, we took out Totodile. Oh, it has a Focus Band. Suckiness. Should I or shouldn't I? Let's do it. Psychic. Yeah! Even though that Miracle Berry got used up, it still hung in. That was so sneaking, though. I never knew that Totodile had a focus band. So you learn something new about your opponents every day. And we got another perfect continue. I hope the video turns out okay, because I've been recording for a while. You'd rather be camping than what were you doing here? Yeah, for the first 4 trainers, he will definitely give you the most trouble. That camper right there. Luckily, we took care of him easily. Even though that first trainer had a little advantage over us, we still got past him okay. Whatever the attack, it doesn't hurt if it doesn't hit. Oh, so she's probably going to use, like, accuracy lowering moves, I'm guessing. She has a good many Pokemon weak to Abra, so we'll start with Abra. And we'll also use... let's see what we got. She only has 1 grass Pokemon. Vampy and Squirtle. I think that won't be a problem. I guess I could have used Ponyta because she had a Spin Arc and a Paris, but Tyrogue, I think is how you pronounce its name, or Tyrogan as she calls it. Yeah, for some reason, all the trainers on here have like nicknames for their Pokemon. Except the Reynolds, of course. The only exception to that is the Challenge Cup. They do have them named slightly differently. And I'll explain more about that when we do the Challenge Cup. And you'll notice the music also changes too. That's because the battles are getting more intense now. It has Geodude, but Geodude has very low special defense, so Psychic should be able to knock it out, I think. We'll find out here. Alright! Yeah, I remember the Geodude, Graveler, Golem line. As I said, they have a low special defense, so Abra was definitely a good Pokemon to use against it. And Spin Arc. So I didn't even have to resort to my other Pokemon at all. Well, for the time being at least. And another Psychic Blast. And just like that, we took out all the Pokemon in a flash. That's funny, because one of my moves I think is Flash. But yeah, that'd be the end of the battle. That was quick work right there. We took care of Janet, the Pokefan. And another perfect extra continue. We win yet again. I guess I really need to talk more about this game since we have a little bit of time in between. We're halfway there, by the way.